But I just want to play that to show you that DeBlasio is an unprincipled loser. He really doesn't care, folks. He just doesn't care. It's not about your health. What about outdoor concerts? No, we're canceling those. Outdoor protests? No, those are A-okay. It's an important time. Just infect yourselves away at a protest. What an idiot. Is there a worse politician in America in modern times than Bill DeBlasio? I don't think so. No. DeBlasio is just a disgrace to humankind. I know what his name. I get Paul. Who's DeBlasio? You know DeBlasio, the communist mayor of New York. If there is a more disgraced politician in the cosmos, I don't know. I haven't come across that person yet. So DeBlasio, who's the mayor while the coronavirus is raging in New York City, and the mayor while the murder rate, burglary rate, and otherwise are going up dramatically as the city's rapidly descending into Snake Plissken escape from New York territory, DeBlasio thought it'd be a good idea to waste city money painting a Black Lives Matter slogan in front of Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue, which, by the way, I got a call from someone who works there yesterday. I'm not going to say who because liberals will probably chase them down and burn their building down if I say who it is. But I got a call yesterday from that person saying that the locals are absolutely furious that this happened. The locals, by the way, not Trump, the locals who were all pretty much libs are not happy he decided to paint their street. So DeBlasio was on CNN with Wolf Blitzer and was asked about the coronavirus. So this failed mayor who can't control his city, can't control crime, can't do anything, matter of fact, can barely get a sentence out without sounding like a moron. He was on with Wolf Blitzer on CNN, DeBlasio, and he was asked about the what the coronavirus spike and what he's going to do. So DeBlasio has an interesting set of criteria. He's going to shut down public events, but not these public events. Listen to this cut. We'll talk about it on the other side.
Outdoor concerts, and it means things like parades, things that here in the city can mean not just thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. It's just not time for that now.
What about protests? If people want to march down Fifth Avenue, are they going to be allowed to do so?
Look, Wolf, this is always an area of real sensitivity. If you're just talking about health, we would always say, hey, folks, stay home if you can. But we understand at this moment in history, people are talking about the need for historic changes. I mean, today, in New York City, recognizing the power and the meaning of the message Black Lives Matter, which we did in front of Trump Tower today. This is a historic moment of change. We have to respect that, but also say to people, the kinds of gatherings we're used to, the parades, the fairs, we just can't have that while we're focusing on health right now.
What about the U.S. Open? I'm curious. I love going to the U.S. Open. I love tennis.
By the way, I don't know if you know where I'm going to go with this. You may not. Do you know where I'm going to go with this, Paula? Joe, do you have any idea why I'm laughing?
No, I'm laughing at you.
You're laughing. You have no idea. Okay, you don't know either.
Nope.
Wolf's response there. Let me put it out there. I don't agree with Wolf's politics. I want to be crystal clear. But Wolf was always very nice to me when I was over doing work at CNN. He was, if I can make something, take an edge off something, I will. If I need to add an edge, I will. But Wolf's question is this not like first world problems here? I did this yesterday. Is Wolf's concerned about the U.S. Open? Me and Paula worked at the U.S. Open. I love the U.S. Open. Love it. Love it. The best, I'm not messing with you. The best job I ever had. I worked there for like 5 years. Paula cut onions there forever. Working for what? RA, Restaurant Associates. I did crowd control. I never ran it. I probably crossed paths with her 1,000 times. She must have had a hat on because if I would have seen her, I definitely would have pulled Mac Daddy moves on her, 100%. So I never ran into her. Never. I wish I had. The Mac Daddy moves would have been in full effect because I really thought I thought I was like the big kahuna back then. I had an ego the size of West Texas. I would have definitely macked out on Paula, but I did it. We worked it. The U.S. Open's a great job, but it's a tennis tour. That's your question? About a tennis tournament? That's your question? About tennis? He's like, hey, man, Wolf was always very nice. Mayor DeBlasio, what about the U.S. Open? I got box seats this year. I was hoping Pete Sampras would come out of retirement. That's your question? That's your question, the U.S. Open? I love the U.S. Open. We remember, Paul, we were going to go this year. I was going to go. I love tennis. You'd be like, tennis? I thought you like UFC. I love you. I love tennis. I grew up with it. My aunt worked there. I loved it. There's nothing like tennis. 40, love. There's nothing like it. I know I have to turn in my man card after the show. It's okay. I love tennis. Those guys are super athletes. I wanted to go. But he asked about the U.S. Open. You had one shot to ask a question. You ask about the U.S. Open, which is like the most elitist foo-foo event in New York. You couldn't ask about something else? Like, hey, how about we play a doubleheader at Shea Stadium or whatever? How about we get him? He asked about the U.S. Open. The Open. 40, love. DeBlasio versus... DeBlasio won that exchange. Getting back to the substance of this. This is like, I can't get over it. Like, how out of touch do you have to be? Like, this thing is raging throughout the planet. It's like a really, really, really serious thing. And he asks about the U.S. Open. Hey, bro, I got box seats for the U.S. Open. You better open up them gates for the Open, man. I don't want to miss Super Saturday. God forbid. Oh, sorry, folks. Had to wipe my eyes. I'm like, I can't get over it. But I just want to play that to show you that DeBlasio is an unprincipled loser. He really doesn't care, folks. He just doesn't care. It's not about your health. What about outdoor concerts? No, we're canceling those. Outdoor protests? No, those are A-okay. It's an important time. Just infect yourselves away at a protest. What an idiot. This guy's not even a serious human being. I can't believe we even have to cover this loser. I just, again, want to show you what unprincipled losers these people are. And then they'll turn around and criticize Trump for a rally because they just have no principles at all.
You just heard Dan Bongino.